Hey, it's Nikki, and I am going to show you how to set up your Fusion Classroom homepage. So Fusion is actually just the platform or the website that we use in Prince William County to create our school sites. So to get here, all you have to do in your browser bar is type porter.schools.pwcs.edu, and it will bring you to our homepage. So in order to log in, you're going to come right down here to user login. And once you have your account set up, it's going to just be your badge number for your username and password. So I've created a test one that I'm going to show you. So mine's a little bit different. And the first time you log in, it's actually going to ask you if you want to activate your page. So it should say at the very top, if there are any new announcements for you, this is where they'll appear. So it said administration has completed the process of setting up your class website for the new school year. You're going to press here to activate it. So activate new class site. And then here we go. It says it's there, and I'm going to click here to get started. So here is where I will set up if I want to create, this is what the students will appear. So you may want to change this to Mrs. Jones. And then you can choose a picture. So if I wanted to choose one, I may go in and find one, just like attaching to an email, find it from your computer. Let's see if I can find an iPad one really quickly. You would probably want to add a picture of yourself. I'm not going to be able to find something quickly, so I'm just going to skip that step. And then this is where you can do a little introduction of yourself. So you may just want to write a little bit about yourself or a welcome to the class. So I'm just going to So I'm just going to save that. And then now we will be brought to my Fusion page. So up here it gives you my unique website. So if you want to save that, and it gives you a little overview of some of the things that you can do on Fusion. So here I'm going to just continue to my profile page. And this is going to show your analytics. So it will actually show you how many people visit your website, how many people comment, and you can change how you view that. Here it'll show you if you have any messages, and your student should show up at the beginning of the new school year once they've been added into SMS and scheduled. And then this gives you an overview of all of your activities. So if you're really interested in that, you can go and look. To get to my Fusion page, it should appear and it will say Miss Flynn's Fusion page or Miss Matheson's Fusion page. So it's going to be really blank at the beginning, and you're going to get the chance to make it beautiful. So the first thing I always do is start at the top and just work my way down. So in here, I'm going to edit my description and add a picture. Just like I did on that profile page, it's the same type of thing. So I might welcome parents to my Fusion page and tell them that this is going to be a great place to find resources, and tell them to check back often for updates. Okay, so I just typed a quick description, and I'm going to add that to my Fusion page, and you'll see that it appears right up here under the Fusion test page. Then I can add a picture. So at the beginning of the year, you may just want to add a picture of yourself, but if you do have a picture of your class, that might be a good one to add there. I'm just going to grab one really quick, actually, of some students using QR codes. So let me grab that and add pictures. So it's just like attaching to an email. And it should take just a moment to load, and then it's going to appear right above or beside my description. So it's just a tiny little picture. Okay, here is the announcement section, discussion topics, files. Over here, you're able to add anything onto your page. So by clicking it, It's going to take a moment, it'll refresh, and then it's going to appear down wherever it suggests that you put it. One great thing about Fusion is that it allows you to do some rearranging on your own if you don't like where things are. So the link section I like over here. I'm just going to grab it and move it. If you decide you don't need, so I'm going to say I don't need a homework tab, I'm just going to go ahead and hide that and say okay. And then it pops it up here, and if you decide you want to add it again, you can always go back and re-add it to your page. So to add a new announcement, so this would be like any news or things that are going on in your classroom. I'm actually first going to show you, if I don't want it to be called announcements, I can actually edit the title of that. So I'm just going to click on the little pencil in here. So that little pencil right next to the name, I'm going to call this what's happening in the lab. So it will actually change it to whatever title you wanted it to be called. And then I'm going to add the announcement. So this will give me another editing option. So I'm going to give it a title. Okay. So if I want to add an image to that, I could do that. So here, let's add these students over here using a laptop. And in the more options section, this gives you a chance to, if you want the message to only appear for a brief amount of time, or if you want to ensure that it stays on there until a certain date, that's where you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and save that, and it's going to appear in my what's happening in the lab section. So I called it news. I'm going to go back and edit it. So I just click the pencil. It's not really news, so I can change it to technology trainings because that's what I told you about. And if I want to do any fancier editing, you can change the color of the text, the size, the font. If you want to change the font, I believe you can do that. Where is it? Okay, so just like it's essentially a Microsoft Word document, it allows you to do some editing in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and save that. I actually think there's how I get to the fonts. Anyways, I'm going to save that, and it will appear on my Fusion page. Now, to add a discussion topic, this is actually blogging. I'm going to add a topic that is a video or just a regular blog. I can also add a video blog, a slideshow if you want to share pictures with parents, a wiki, or an idea exchange. This one I'm going to call what would you like to okay. Okay. So I can add a question or a prompt, or I can do a complete blog here if I want to share with my parents what's going on in the classroom. If you have discussion questions for students, you could also add them here and require this to be a homework assignment or things for parents to participate as well. So I'm going to just save that and return home. And then when the students come to my Fusion page or parents, they will see the blog appears like this, and they're able to add a comment to it. So I'm gonna post that. You either have the ability as a teacher to post it as your pseudonym, your pen name, or yourself. But the students will actually always be given a code name, so theirs doesn't appear. If you want to change your name, your code name, you can. So I'm gonna quickly change mine to Magenta. Let's see, Magenta Duck. Okay, so there's my new code name. Close that, and it will bring me back. So Magenta Duck has submitted. Oops, this is still, I did press it as myself. Okay, so that's the blog aspect. To get back to my page, I'm just going to click on my name, and it will bring me back to this beginning screen, and then I can just click here on my Fusion. A couple more things I want to show you. If you are needing to add your year at a glance or your welcome letter, this is where that will go. You may want to add a folder first. So to do that, I'm just going to press add folder, and this is, I'm going to call it 2013-2014 documents, and I can give it a description. Hi, and I'm going to add my folder, and then I can put files into the folder. So I'm going to add files, and it's really user-friendly, easy to use. So I'm going to find, actually, pictures. So I'm going to add my technology training for the year. I'm going to add that here, and here is okay. And then here I just choose to put it into that folder, and I'm going to add the file. Okay, so once the parents come, they can just open up that folder, and it will appear. If you want, this is also a great place to add curriculum documents, to add the standards. If you have particular areas that students need to work on, this would be a great place to add additional worksheets or practice items for parents. I also always do a resources page, so maybe the iPad apps that you're using in your classroom, you'll want to add that, different things. The last part I'm going to show you is the link section. So you can, just like the files, you can create a category for all the links to go in, and this will just allow your students to be easily access websites that you think are important. So I'm going to add a math link, a math category, a science category, a social studies category, so let's see, so on and so forth. I'm just going to add 2 here to show you. I'm going to add one more. Again, you can add a description. Create that category. Then when you want to add a link, it's really easy. All I'm going to do is press create link. And this will actually not appear in my category. Sorry about that. I'm going to show you one more thing. So if I click on here, I'm going to either create a link in that folder or a subcategory. So in math, you may create 10 more folders, one for addition, one for subtraction, one for fractions, one for counting money. Science, you might go through and have your units as well. Technology, I would go through and have different categories within technology. So I'm going to do a really general one. So I'm going to create the link, and abcya.com is a really great website that has lots of cool math games on it for kids. So I'm just going to add the generic website, or maybe if I'm teaching 1st grade or 5th grade, you can specifically do just the 5th grade. So all I did is right-click, cut, And over here, I'm going to right click paste in the URL section, and I'm going to call this ABC Math Games. And here in the category, I'll put it under math, and I'm going to create the link. So now when students access, it's a real easy click, and it takes them right to where they need to go. So ABC has all kinds of, they have computer games, and then they have math. They also have some science and social studies content and some fun ones for the students to do. So you can check out ABC for your individual grade level if you are interested. Okay, so there are my links section. I do want to add my contact information. So I would add Mrs. Jones. And add the school phone number. I'm having a hard time remembering that. Anyways, here we go. I'm going to add that, and it will appear over here. So if the parents click on it, they're able to email you right away or call you. So I'm going to edit that, fix it up. You may not want to, but you can add the school phone number, like I said, but I would definitely add your PWCS email. You can also add a note. Okay. There we go. And then when the parents click on it, they would be able to send you an immediate email from their account. If you want to add to your calendar, if you have something special coming up or something due, I might add end of the school year, so that's happening tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to say no time limit. If I wanted to add a description or contact information, anything like that, I could, and it will appear on the parents. Oops, I actually pressed add another. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my Fusion page. It should appear on my schedule. So there we are. Perfect. The last thing I would like to show you, I think, is the configuration. If you wanted to change the background of your page, here in Edit Configuration, I can change the way that my page looks. So here's that down at the bottom. Okay, so you can go through some of the preset ones, or you can actually choose your own file to upload. I'm not going to do that right now, but if you wanted to, you could. So let's go ahead and just put, what do I have that would be good. Since it's summer, let's say fish. I'm not going to add sound. This can get obnoxious, especially if you have students always accessing your Fusion page. A tune plays every time they come on, but it's up to you if you would like to. So it gives you a preview here. If you don't like it, you can just change it up. So they don't have a lot of great options, but there are a few things, and you can go ahead, like I said, and add your own, or just leave it no background. It does kind of jazz it up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add that, and there you have it, how to create your simple Fusion page. So there is a checklist of things that you do need to be responsible for having on your page. What I would suggest you do is go to the classrooms and peek at other grade levels Fusion pages to just get some ideas. So let's check out Ms. Matheson's Fusion page and see. Teaching is all about borrowing or stealing other people's ideas and working smarter, not harder. So let's look at Ms. Matheson's page. She has her schedule. I would highly recommend. That's one of the things on the checklist. So parents always know what's going on in your classroom, and if they're coming to visit during lunchtime, they know when lunch is or what you're doing. So here you'll see, Miss Matheson has her encore schedule. She has a summary of what's been happening in her classroom. Um, she has something that I love. She keeps on her Fusion page, which is funny things that kids say. So this is just to kind of keep the parents a peek into your classroom when they're not able to be there. And then you can see that she does have her blogs where she sums up what's been going on in the classroom, and then all of her files, and if she had any videos, they'd be down here. So she keeps her spelling words, academic vocabulary, curriculum, parent documents like I suggested, and then the absent student folder. So her page would be a phenomenal one for you to check out. There are tons of other ones to visit and peek at. I would definitely suggest taking a look at other grade levels, even if they are not if they're middle school and you're elementary, it's all right. So here's Ms. Patterson's page. Again, you'll see a lot of things that are uniform that, we all need to have our schedule on there, or links for the classroom, discussion and curriculum. So go ahead and poke around, exploring. We will be doing a little scavenger hunt possibly to look for different things on people's classroom website. So at your leisure, I would also suggest going to other county pages. So if you go to the Prince William County website and you click on schools and other elementary schools, I would peek around at some of the other schools in the county and other people's pages. It's a great way to get ideas or to get links that they're using with their classrooms. So if you're a first grade teacher, you might want to go and look at a random person's website to see what kind of things they're sharing, and if they have any resources that might be valuable to you or any links that would be great for you as well. So I hope this helps you get started using Fusion. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them or come to me, and I would be happy to help you.